So Chanel, what are some of the things when you look around as a people that you see we struggle with in our neighborhoods? What are some of the things that tear us down as a people?
Jealousy.
What's that?
Jealousy.
Jealousy, what else?
Not being friendly.
Friendly. What about single parent homes? Is that a big problem in our community? What about drugs?
Yeah.
All right. These are things that touch us close to home. All right. So the scripture is telling us for breaking God's commandments that we went into slavery. So some of the commandments we have broken is: you have a boyfriend? You ever had a boyfriend? You ever thought about having a boyfriend? Not really. There's people around you that have boyfriends. You like boys? Okay. Let me ask you, do you think about marriage? What do you think about marriage? You think marriage is biblical or not biblical? You think it's up for us, we should be married? Why?
Because it's important.
Why is marriage important?
It's a hard one. It says that men and women are supposed to be married. They leave their homes, they leave their parents, and they go to get married. So I don't know really why, but it is really.
All right, so it's good that you say you don't really why, but the Lord said it is important.
Yeah.
Now you said something heavy because you said that man should leave home and she should have a wife. Now think about it. Is that prevalent in our society? Why not?
You don't have to get married.
Why not?
People don't see marriage as important.
Wow, you see that? So those are the things that have destroyed us because other nations see marriage as important. See yourself on this sign right here. Now this sign, we're talking about the children of Israel. You ever think that you might be the children of Israel? You've heard that before? Where you fit in this sign? All right, our brother is Benjamin. I'm Benjamin. Most of the brothers here are Benjamin.
Right.
And we have wives. We're married. We like marriages. Read.
What scripture said?
13 and 4.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in heart.
You hear what the Bible says? God tells us that marriage is honorable. But you got to learn what marriage is about. All right? You have to come around other sisters that are married and learn what marriage is about. Now let me ask you. If you are married, should the man and the wife be wearing the same clothes? Like when you get married, what kind of attire do you wear?
Wedding dresses, wedding dresses.
So if your future husband showed up at the wedding that you dreamed of in a dress, how would you feel?
It wouldn't be a good look.
Right, it wouldn't be a good look. What about if the woman shows up at her wedding in a pants? How would that look? So why is that? Why is that not a good look?
I don't know, it's just respectful to wear what you're supposed to be wearing.
So you think there should be a difference in attire, right? Do you know that's in the Bible? Where is it in the Bible? Not sure? All right, we're going to read it. All right, we're going to read it. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that was pertaineth unto a man.
Come on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Read.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
Can you explain that? Now it says that a man must not wear anything that pertains to a woman. What does that mean?
You shouldn't wear a woman's clothes, and man should wear a woman's clothes.
So do you see that prevalent today? You don't see that? You don't see men wearing skirts?
Yeah, you see men wearing men's clothes.
Like what?
Like suits, tracksuits, like me.
Right. So now you know you should be in what? Come on, don't backpedal
I should
now.
wear women's clothes.
Which is a
Skirt, dresses.
Yes,
you
right.
understand? And that is what we call repenting. Psalms 19 verse 7. Because your heritage is marriage. Your heritage is you wearing a dress. Your heritage is you keeping God's commandment. Like today's the Sabbath. You shouldn't be out here buying and selling, shopping, cooking. All these things the Israelites never did. You're not supposed to do it, but for breaking God's commandments, the Lord said this would happen. You understand? Read.
The book of Psalms chapter 19 and verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
So since today you got some wisdom, you understand that you shouldn't be in this attire. The wisdom is you should be in skirts and dresses. The wisdom is you should be what? Married. You shouldn't be having a boyfriend. You understand? This is a little bit of wisdom that you should have. Give me Deuteronomy 28. So now, when we read 28, the book of Deuteronomy, verse 15, now you're going to understand why this happened. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So what were some of the things that you think the Israelites did not hearken to? Think about it. Marriages, not wearing the right attire, breaking the Sabbath. You understand? We did not listen to Moses, so therefore read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Read verse 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughter shall be given unto other people.
See that, sis? So that's why you see on the sign. This is how you know the Bible is real. Your sons and your daughters were given to another. When you look at West Indian, so-called West Indian history, that's how we end up in Barbados, Jamaica, all the islands. Slave ships, slave ports. When we got there, we put on auction blocks and we were sold. All right, read.
And thine eyes shall look and fare with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand.
48.
48.
So we're just touching some of the curses so you can relate to it. Read.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
So in hunger, that's how you serve them. Even though, remember, these yokes of iron are no longer on your neck. You're no longer physically chained. So when the people are not physically chained anymore, they get the delusion of inclusion. You start to think that you're part of this system. But the only way you fit in this system, you're just a slave, but your mind is enslaved still. You're physically free to move around, but this is gone. Because now you're calling yourself, what's your name? Chanel? What's your last name, Chanel? What's that? Robinson. So think about that name, Robinson. When you look at the history of your last name, you said it. You're still the property of the Robinson family. They're still destroyed as the people. Once we start making rap music about destroying our women, selling drugs to each other, killing one another, we start changing our attire, women in pants, men in dresses. That's a destroyed nation.
Right.
There's no need for a chain anymore. Because now you don't know that you're God's greatest gift on earth, Israelites. So now you know that you're Israel. Is that it? What comes with that? 10:13. What comes with that? Do you just be an Israelite? I'm going to the store and buy candy? No. We now have a job. All right, we're going to read it. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12.
You gotta go, right? You still gotta go?
Yeah.
All right.
And now Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Come on. So now you know you're Israel, tribe of Benjamin. There's a requirement, sis. See that flyer right there? Look. Let me shoot. Flip it. You enter your contact on these flyers?
Yes, sir.
See this here? If you have a phone, you need to be scanning that, and you need to be looking into the things that the Lord requires of you. There's a school here. Because everything that you need to know about yourself as an Israelite, obviously cannot be taught here on the street. But it is in your best interest to know what the Lord thy God requires of you. Because it comes with a requirement, right? Great.
But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes which I command thee this day for thy good.
So sis, that is your job right now. You have a flyer. It is your job to research your history, find out your nationality, find out what it takes for you to serve God, to love him with joyfulness and gladness of heart. You get what I'm saying? Now it's on you.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is